I want to make sure you can all hear me. So I'm going to read some sonnets from my latest pamphlet, which is called Sueño del Alma, which means Dream of the Soul. It's come out from Broken Stick Books this January, and I've brought some if you would like them. I'm just going to blast on through. I dreamt that several bougainvilleas after the bougainvillea, deep inside the bougainvillea, behind an orange petal, the real bougainvillea. Apricot bougainvilleas cover a house whose cool marbles stare on descending. The dead in their neighbouring apartments laugh, make love, learn to play their instruments. I hear the wrought banister's roughness comment to the smoothness of the tile. The house of dream has bouquets and vases, but no saint. In the parched courtyard is a gate, and beyond it the street, where I see, dissected by the iron grill, myself. I am shabby, without prologue, nose to the dust out there, sniffing like a dog. Enormous yellow hill, the yellow of cymbals and loud brass instruments. My gaze peels the skin off you like the rind of a grapefruit. And you see, full of those relentless spiritual boulders that roll in things, how you hurl your blue soul at my finely wetted eyes. A coast reflects the agonies of heaven, returning the diligent stare with its own little fleck of God. Soon, the sun melts the yellow hill to a pool of stippled gold. The sea dries to a lid of salt. The boulders go back in the angel's pockets, and I am recalled into that dreadful passion, while, anchored to the air as by a sturdy hook, all that remains is my look. From that mauve horizon girdling the visible, perfected future washes in, comes rolling up through all its pandemonious depth, to break upon a coastline as this present moment's off-white foam. Starlight, ploughing its eons straight down, makes a final flourish and bursts from the trees a green leaf. Meanwhile, the warmth of night works its designs on me, transforming suddenly into my sigh. Here, my thoughts wait, divided from some great arrival, prickling as if they felt a hand on the other side of the air. My thoughts, curled close around that dark, lugubrious thing called a heart, feel a fullness melt them into unrecognizable emanations, which fullness then receives with silent ministrations. Implacable clarity of ice. The eyes dive through like a streak of oil, seize the nude heart, and see nothing. Clear ice, like the phantom in the corner of a child's room. What brilliant diamond is daily, nightly held against my illiterate sight? And what invisible wind cradles this slack chin? If my vision should pause as it passed through such clearness, how cold it would be, frozen though astounded, as by the moon or a breast bared suddenly. The implicit spectre sitting inside my flesh as in a chair might bristle to feel invisible kin. But, dead ahead, the eye's unerring arrow flies, through sheerness, sheerer than chiffon, piercing on and on, and on and on. Night, count your olives. Count what is yours and allow to go with you. The dead woman in the olive orchard stoops to pick up a paper plate. She has been quietly filling our house with her smell. Night, give me rest from the dead woman. Her corpse on our table is still brown with the dirt we threw in after her. As I watch, she wipes her face. Night, Let me not feel the dead woman, whose tongue we stole when we buried it under a tombstone. From the door, the dead woman looks out at me, enraged. Count me among those things that are made safe in your purse, and so live. No, not you. You are a black, too bitter olive. Turning, the rim of a carriage wheel describes a nut-brown arc. So the sun drops sharply and, copper-coloured, declines through this poem, heavy as the falling tongue of a bell. Sun falls into a forest, as if it were a spent pine needle that could be hidden by the rest. A hand might hold that sun, as it might a tan egg or a lemon cast in bronze. Sun slips on through the poem, and with a luminous finger, gilds the earthworm, commands the caterpillar moth. At that spot, the soil turns red as cloth. But then comes night, who, rolling back her inky sleeve, crouches down and covers that strange ember with her silent thumb. In the dark, it rises weightless, back where it had come. Red rose at night. Awake now, she is speaking only to herself. She raises her voice to barely the volume of a fragrance, and you stop, turn back, and spied on by the prying little stars, attend to her. Image, that salamander unburned by the fires of the looking, emerges again from invisible cinders, then bolting, it scurries a trail through its own spent ash. It is gone. All these ashes of the looking blow, scatter, precede us into the earth. But image, there it goes, whole and burnished again by the eye's live fires. And you there, you still hold the rose, fresh and red. You picture such things as though once caught, you might divide even the rose from her thought. 2. A nightingale sings from a gravestone. His song is the core around which a year grows, each one adding its annual ring. And the dead, from some likewise sympathy with roots and stars, thicken here to keep their secrets warm. I imagine, or I anticipate, divesting, bequeathing myself to the flowers and to the mushrooms' furtive kind, who, in their blooming, part the lush hairs of grass. Not life, not thought, but some other limpid fire, this amphibious, lustrous albumin that rests itself like a moonbeam on a log. I imagine this pendulous filament hanging from its source, 2 paired effulgences, who each in the other confide, and whom neither height nor depth can divide. Is the last one? In the flower, it is felt as the dream of fruit, daily, that terrible ripening of the soul. Death crouches within you like any stone, until grown and ungreen, you are gathered, my love. Gathered your shirt and your shoes, gathered your hands, your feet, your hair, your disappointments all gathered, with your sleeping, your coat, your comb, and gathered my neck, my thighs, my dress, my impatience gathered my love, my nails, my rings, my whole garden gathered, and our pockets, our minutes, our pillows and mattress, our kisses all gathered in. Oh love, autumn comes, and brings in all it can bring. Then after autumn, winter, but after winter, spring.